Students from Jefferson. Whitman. And St. Albans meet today on It's Academic. Hello, everybody. I'm Hillary Howard. Welcome to this playoff game of It's Academic. This is the opening round. You know how it works. Each team begins with 100 points. 10 up for a right answer, 10 down for a wrong answer. The contestants don't see what you do on the screens at home. Let's begin. You were all in elementary school 10 years ago in 2008, but let's see what you know about major events of that year, 2008. The best-selling books included this series by Stephanie Meyer. St. Albans. Answer?
Twilight.
Twilight it is. The first general election was held in this Asian country where Thimphu is capital. St. Albans. Answer?
Nepal.
Nope, Bhutan. Close. This author of the Andromeda Strain and the, what, Whitman?
Crichton?
Crichton it is. After heading Cuba for decades, St. Albans.
Castro.
Yes. Dmitry Medvedev replaced this man, Jefferson.
Putin.
You've got it. Greenland voted to have greater autonomy from St. Albans.
Denmark.
Denmark it is. Death came to this New Zealander, the first to climb Mount Whitman.
Hillary?
Yeah, that's me. Thank you. And right. Scientists identified the remains of this last Russian Tsar, Jefferson.
Nicholas II.
You've got it. Good job. That's the end of the round.
It's Academic with Hillary Howard. Now in its 57th season. And for 50 years, proudly sponsored by Giant.
Hello, everybody. We're really glad you're with us on this Saturday morning. I'm Hillary Howard, and as you know, each of these teams has already won their first match games, so they're all good teams. This is a playoff. Let's meet them. We begin with Jefferson High School from Fairfax County, Virginia. Alex, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
Good.
I'm Alex. I'm a senior from Thomas Jefferson High School. I'm 18 years old.
Yay. Yay that. Rohan, how are you today?
Hi, I'm Rohan. I'm an 18-year-old senior. I'd like to thank our coach, Mr. Laffey, for his continued support of our team.
Wonderful. And Grant?
Hi, I'm Grant. I'm a senior at TJ, and we'd like to thank our friends and family for coming out to support us.
Wonderful, guys. Here you go. Climb a Rome terrace. Hidden in this sentence is the name of what scientific instrument used to measure air pressure?
Barometer.
Yeah. Plutocracy, theocracy, democracy. There are many types of government, but which one of these words refers to a government made up of the very rich?
Plutocracy.
Got it. Get rid of this rat by filling in the blanks to name what Revolutionary War battle in upstate New York considered the turning point of the revolution.
Yeah. Saratoga.
Yeah. La Società delle Nazioni der Völkerbund. These were the Italian and German names of what ineffectual international peacekeeping organization that preceded the UN?
League of Nations.
Yes. Bad cooks have delayed human development. It must have been indigestion that prompted these words from what 19th century German philosopher who developed the theory of Superman?
Nietzsche.
Yeah, nice job, Jefferson. 220 points. From Bethesda, Maryland, Whitman High School. Nate, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well. I'm Nate Olson. I'm a 16-year-old sophomore, and I'd like to thank our administration, in particular our principal, Dr. Goodwin, and also I'd like to thank our wonderful coach, Miss Fuss.
Very good. Hello, Braden.
Hi, I'm Braden Longstreth. I'm a 17-year-old senior, and I would like to thank all our alternates who came out to support us, and I would like to thank Nick Raglick and Ava Lyles and wish them luck at the Harvard debate tournament this weekend.
Ah, nice. And Toby.
Hi, I'm Toby Goldberg. I'm a 14-year-old freshman, and I'd like to thank our friends and family, as well as our outstanding drumline, for coming out to support us today.
They are good. Here we go, guys. Put jam on it or not. You can find hidden in this sticky sentence the name of what ironclad ship that clashed with the Merrimack in the Civil War?
Monitor.
Yeah. Eventually, speedily at home. If your teacher told you to finish your report in an expeditious manner, she would be telling you to finish it in which of these ways?
Speedily.
Speedily it is. Your team is going to get 20 points if you surround "this is" with the right letters to identify what fourth U.S. president?
Madison.
Yeah. Vanessa Papillon. Here you have the Greek and French words for what beautiful insect that also names a swimming stroke.
Butterfly.
Butterfly's right. Love one another. These were the last words of what 19th century Secretary of State who had arranged for the purchase of Alaska?
Seward.
Seward is right. Whitman, 220 points. From Washington, D.C., St. Albans School. Hello, Henry.
Hi, I'm Henry Large. I'm an 18-year-old senior, and I'd like to thank all of our friends and family who came out to support us today.
Very good. Christian.
Morning, I'm Christian Potter. I'm an 18-year-old senior from St. Albans, and I'd like to thank our headmaster, Mr. Wilson, our coach, Mr. Kelly, and all the faculty for supporting us.
Wonderful. And Jay.
Hi, my name is Jay Sastry. I'm a 17-year-old senior, and I'd like to thank our alternate, Drew Mullen Rogers, for being here today.
All right, guys. The last man I saw. You'll see 20 points if you see in this phrase the name of what capital city of the Philippines?
Manila?
Yep. Scholarly, miserly, persistent. A person who is tenacious can best be described by which of these adjectives?
Persistent?
Correct. By filling in the blanks, you can name what economic action that Thomas Jefferson took to bar commerce with European nations in 1807.
Embargo?
That's right. Il brutto anatrocopo, das Haschlich Antlein. These are the Italian and German titles for what Hans Christian Andersen's story about an unattractive young bird that becomes a beautiful swan.
The Ugly Duckling?
Yeah, it is. Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. This was the intelligent observation of what theoretical physicist who wrote A Brief History of Time? Answer? In 3, 2, you know this, it's Stephen Hawking. Nice job, though, St. Albans. 200 points, that's the end of the round.
Pro tip for fruit lovers, Giant has unbelievable produce prices. So you'll never have to choose between your favorites.
I thought I was your favorite.
That's right, honey. Bye.
Take a fresh look at Giant's produce prices. From delicious recipes to fresh time savers, Savory Magazine is full of the things that make life savory. Flip or click through today with copies in-store and online.
Phone look like this, or this, or this?
Fixing this can be expensive. Can you DIY? It would have cost me $129 to get the screen of an iPhone 6 repaired.
We're showing you how to fix the phone yourself Monday on News 4 at 5.
The more you see.
Look at that.
How good is that?
The more you do.
I truly am inspired.
The more you know. Weekends on NBC.
Today's episode of The Voyager with Josh Garcia can be seen at the following time.
That's the fabulous drumline from Whitman High School. Hello, everybody. You know, each contestant will receive tickets today to a Washington Nationals game. The new season is underway, so plan ahead to enjoy baseball at Nationals Park. To purchase tickets, visit nationals.com. And while they're at the ballpark, please visit our Facebook page and like us. All right, it's time for the Picture Perfect round. But before we begin, let's recap the scores. Jefferson, 220. Whitman, 220. St. Albans, 200. Questions are worth 20 points, up or down in this round, as you know. Shown here, dressed as Commander-in-Chief, is what British monarch whose troops lost to the colonists? Jefferson.
George III.
Yes. Polar denim. This phrase seems to refer to Arctic clothing, but see if you can rearrange the letters to describe a word or phrase that is spelled the same way, St. Albans. Answer?
Palindrome.
Palindrome is right. This painting dates from 1848, the year that saw the election of what hero, St. Albans?
Zachary Taylor.
That's it, Zachary Taylor. Find the positive solution. TJ.
1.
Yeah, you've got it. This picture of William the Conqueror is just a detail. Jefferson.
Bayou Tapestry.
Yes. This is the stage design for the 1913 Jefferson.
Rite of Spring.
We were looking for who wrote it. Igor Stravinsky. Sorry about that. Hydrogen, oxygen, ammonia. Which of these gases is easiest to liquefy? DJ.
Oh, gas.
Answer?
Hydrogen.
No, it's ammonia. Photographed on his honeymoon in 1866. This is William F. Cody, who gained fame as a frontier hero. Jefferson.
Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, you got it. Buffalo Bill. And that's the end of the round.
NBC4 is committed to serving the educational and informational needs of children. The station's children's television program reports describing our efforts are available through the Federal Communications Commission website at publicfiles.fcc.gov.
All new Ellen, a rare interview with Macaulay Culkin.
Do people want you to put your hands on your face?
Yes.
What do you say to them?
It's like, no.
Monday at 3 on NBC4.
Pro tip for fruit lovers, Giant has unbelievable produce prices. So you'll never have to choose between your favorites.
I thought I was your favorite.
That's right, honey.
Bye. Take a fresh look at Giant's produce prices. From delicious recipes to fresh time savers, Savory Magazine is full of the things that make life savory. Flip or click through today with copies in store and online.
Hello, everybody. You know, all of these are formidable teams because they've made it to the playoff match. Let's meet the coaches and faculty that prepare them for competition. We begin with Jefferson. Rohan, who's with you?
Behind me is Mr. Laffey, who's our coach, and he's also an English teacher at TJ.
Really good to see you. From Whitman, Braden, the couple behind you.
To my right is our principal, Dr. Goodwin, and to my left is our coach, Miss Fuss.
Great to see you guys. And St. Albans.
To my left is our college counselor and grade supporter, Ms. Stratton, and to my right is our coach and math teacher, Mr. Kelly.
Good to see you guys. So you know how this works. We're now at that part of the round where questions will be answered for one of these three packets. Jefferson will answer questions first. Whitman will choose which packet they answer questions from.
2.
2. And a 25-point bonus if you get all questions correct. I know you know that. Here we go. Young bears are called cubs, but joeys are the offspring of what hopping marsupials native to Australia?
Kangaroo.
Yeah. In 1950, President Harry Truman was the target of an assassination attempt by fanatics demanding independence for what U.S. island commonwealth in the Caribbean?
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. It's been estimated that the electronic waste we threw away last year contained over $20 billion worth of what metal with the symbol AU?
Gold.
Yes. Here's your science question. Which of these is the name given to the mutually advantageous association of an algae and fungus in a lichen?
Symbiotic.
Yeah. In 1582, the calendar underwent a major revision under the auspices of what pope, whose name is now linked to that calendar?
Gregory.
Yeah. If you were in a forest with poet Robert Frost, then you might be stopping by woods on what kind of evening, according to the title of the poem?
Snowy.
Yes. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as a positive integer.
9.
You've got it. If King Mohammed VI invited you to dinner, you'd fly to Rabat, the capital of what North African country?
Morocco.
Nice job. 25-point bonus for Jefferson. All right, Whitman's up. St. Albans, packet 1 or 2? 1 or 3?
Packet 1.
Packet 1. Guys, Paleontologists recently discovered the remains of a new species of dinosaur about the size of a school bus in what largest African desert?
Sahara?
Yes. A planet that might support life has been found only 64 trillion miles away. That's how many light years equal to the square root of 121?
11.
Yeah. Although the Caribbean island of St. Eustace is owned by the Netherlands, St. Eustace himself is a patron saint. Eustachius, I said that wrong. St. Eustachius himself is a patron saint of what Spanish capital city?
Madrid?
Yes. Here's your science question. Iodine salts are essential for the maintenance of which of these?
Thyroid gland?
Correct. An enclosed stadium called the Alamo Dome is a source of civic pride in what Texas city where the Alamo is located?
San Antonio?
You've got it. The author of The Owl and the Pussycat shares his surname with what tragic Shakespearean king who disinherited his only loyal daughter, Cordelia?
Lear?
Yes. Here's your math question. Solve for x.
2.
Yes. The current mayor of Helena, Montana was once a refugee from what African country where Monrovia is capital?
Liberia?
It is Liberia. Another 25-point bonus, this time for Whitman. Packet number 3 for St. Albans. A pamphlet titled On the Seven Sacraments was published in 1521 by what English king who was later to offend the church by taking 6 wives?
Henry VIII?
Yes. China's Huanghe River also has the English name for what color associated with jaundice?
Yellow River?
Yeah. According to myth, Deucalion and Pyrrha repopulated the earth after the Great Flood by tossing what hard objects that can be igneous, sedimentary, or metamorphic?
Rock?
Yeah, just rocks. Here's your science question. Which of these is a non-metallic element that melts easily and then forms crystals when it cools?
Sulfur?
Yes, it is. Though they sailed with 3 years' worth of food, British sailors were reduced to cannibalism after being trapped in Arctic ice in 1845 while seeking what passage?
The Northwest Passage?
Yes, it is. The meaning of the satanic name Beelzebub was used by William Golding to title what 1954 novel about a group of boys stranded on a deserted island?
The Lord of the Flies?
Yeah, the terribly frightening Lord of the Flies. Here's your math question. Solve for y.
-5?
Yeah. If you want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, you'll have to travel to what African country where Dodoma replaced Dar es Salaam as the capital city?
Tanzania.
Wow, we have a third 25-point bonus. Nice job. Coming back with the grab bag round next.
There's nothing like the rush of sudden death or rallying around your city. There's nothing like playoff hockey. The Stanley Cup playoffs continue tonight on NBC.
Sunday on Little Big Shots, there's music, food.
This is so good.
And feats of strength. It's an offer you can't refuse.
We got a deal?
Deal.
That's a business deal.
Talk more terms offline.
Little Big Shots, new Sunday on NBC.
At Rallies and Checkers, now you have 3 ways to crush your cravings. Because we're serving up 3 sizes of our new Bistro Stack Burger. That's a seasoned all-beef patty with melted cheese, creamy, savory bistro sauce, Parmesan seasoned crispy onions. And it comes in 3 sizes, single, double, or triple. So how hungry are you? The new single, double, and triple Bistro Stack Burgers starting at $1.49. Rallies and Checkers. Fast foodies know the deal.
All right, it's time for the grab bag round, but let's recap the scores before we dive in. Jefferson, 445. Whitman, 405. St. Albans, 425. Questions are worth 20 points, up or down, 30 points for the visual questions. I know you know that. Here we go. Even Frosty the Snowman might lose his cool if he ran into what legendary Himalayan? Jefferson.
Abominable.
Abominable snowman. Wait,
I defer.
Wait, Yeti.
It's all of that. Very good. Daniel Webster showed his skill as a lawyer in the 1819. Jefferson.
Dartmouth.
Yeah, good choice. When two oxygen atoms form a molecule, are they held together by ionic bonding? St. Albans.
Covalent.
Yep, you've got it. On your screens for 30 points. This is the flag of what Canadian province whose capital is Winnipeg? TJ.
Manitoba.
Defer.
Manitoba.
Yes, it is. The young man in James Joyce's Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man takes his last name from what? Jefferson?
Yeah, Daedalus.
Yes, it is. When Abraham Lincoln said, "I can't spare this man," Jefferson? Answer?
Booth.
3, 2, 1.
Booth.
It is Ulysses Grant. If a 6-foot person casts a 4-foot shadow, how tall is a tree that casts a TJ? Go for it.
12.
Oh, so close. It was 15. On your screens for 30 points. The French people are incapable of regicide. Louis XVI, who was later sent to the guillotine, made this prediction in what year that saw the start of the French? Whitman.
1789.
Yes, it is. Author Anna Green, who invented the idea of the girl detective, corresponded regularly with what American who wrote Self-Reliance? TJ.
Emerson. Okay. Right.
Answer?
Emerson.
Yes, it is Emerson. The oldest existing photograph was taken in what year? 7 years after the Missouri Compromise. Whitman.
1827.
Yes, that's right. For want of a nail, the shoe was lost, begins a nursery rhyme about what English king who found himself unhorsed at the TJ.
Richard III.
It is Richard III. On your screens for 30 points. This mausoleum in Tashkent contains the tomb of Tamerlane. Jefferson.
Where's Tashkent?
It's in
Answer?
Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan.
Nope, next door, Uzbekistan. The American president of establishing a capital city in an independent federal district was followed by planners of what capital city of Whitman? St. Albans, I'm sorry. Answer?
Capital city of France.
No, it was of Australia, and the answer was Canberra. It's estimated that 25,000 French Huguenots were slain in the 1572 St. Albans.
St. Bartholomew's.
Yeah, you've got it. Charles V of Spain added a Renaissance touch to what beautiful Moorish fortress? Whitman.
Alhambra.
Correct. The nickname King of the King was given to what French cardinal because St. Albans?
Richelieu.
Yeah, that's it. In the year 80 A.D., 100 days of games celebrated the dedication of what Roman? Jefferson.
Colosseum.
That's right. A lawyer named Mr. Utterson utters wise. Jefferson.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Guys, we were just going for Jekyll. But they give me both. Answer, do I take it or not? The answer, sorry about that. Global warming results partly when carbon dioxide and other gases, St. Albans.
Greenhouse.
Yes. Herbert Hoover used the words noble experiment to describe what failed 14-year experiment initiated by the 18th Amendment. Whitman.
Prohibition. Prohibition?
It is prohibition, yeah. What are the 3 sequential? That's the end of the game.
Pro tip for fruit lovers, Giant has unbelievable produce prices. So you'll never have to choose between your favorites.
I thought I was your favorite.
That's right, honey. Bye.
Take a fresh look at Giant's produce prices. From delicious recipes to fresh time savers, Savory Magazine is full of the things that make life savory. Flip or click through today with copies in-store and online.
In this day and age, there's a new way to connect almost every day. But are these new social media trends just causing more problems for your kids?
People had their lives ruined. They didn't get accepted to college. They didn't get jobs.
From cyberbullying to sexting, we're working for you to keep your kids safe. Exploring all the ways you can protect your kids in our screen-driven, social media-loving, constantly changing world. Starting Monday on News 4 Today, starting at 4 a.m.
We're working for you.
Mom and Dad got a new car with the extra third row seats. They think it's theirs, but it's not theirs. It's mine. Mine.
The new RX 350L with 3 rows for 7 passengers.
Are you excited about your baby sister coming?
Experience space for the unexpected with the Lexus RXL, part of the RX family.
Lease the 2018 RX 350 all-wheel drive for $449 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Mind if we take a detour? I hear there's something big at NTB and Merchants. It's Big Brands Bonus Month at NTB and Merchants, featuring tires from brands like Michelin. Right now, get a $70 mail-in rebate on select Michelin tires, like the Premier All Season, designed to stop shorter on wet roads than leading competitors' new tires, even when half worn. Plus, use your store credit card and receive a $50 mail-in rebate on any purchase of $500 or more. Big Brands Bonus Month at NTB and Merchants. That's all you need.
We're so happy to be here to see you both and the partnership we have. You both have local connections.
Well, Washington is so important for me. I got to be the White House correspondent and live in Washington, and it was always a dream. And you have like a Virginia-Washington connection.
I do. I used to work at Scoops. That was the ice cream place right near my house when I was a kid. I went to Virginia Tech. Every place we've worked, we feel like there's a connection with us and that community and that town.
And we still claim you because you worked with us.
I claim you.
Yes.
I do.
The scores are now official, and you'll notice we gave Jefferson a couple of extra points for a question they did not get credit for before. So let me talk about these teams before I jump in here. Each team really superior. They knew their stuff. There's only a 20-point difference between the teams. Each one got their 25-point bonus. So props for these really great teams. All right, let's talk about the scores. We begin with St. Albans from D.C. Jay, Christian, and Henry with 485 points. Great job, guys. From Bethesda, Whitman High School, Toby, Braden, and 8, 495 points. And coming back for the semifinal match, Jefferson High School, Jefferson School for Science and Technology, Grant, Rohan, and Alex with 505 points. Nice job. Make sure you stay with us for the next playoff game, which is going to be Blake, Washington Lee, and Jeb Stewart. Until then, I'm Hillary Howard. So glad you were with us this morning. See you next time. Everybody else, come on down.
We, the early risers.
Breakfast makers.
School lunch takers.
Long-distance commuters. Need morning news that works for us.
Covering more stories where we live.
Breaking news.